Introspection.
Okay. One myth about success that needs to die.
You have to be successful at a particular age.
Okay. Now finish this sentence. The future belongs to.
One word,
The future, yeah.
doers.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome. The future belongs to doers. Thank you so much, Umarugana. Thank you for joining us on Spotlight On, and thank you, viewers,
Thank you,
for
Zainab. I
watching.
didn't let you land on purpose.
My name is Zainab Ibrahim. Do have a lovely day. For decades, golf in Kenya was seen as a sport reserved for men, the wealthy and the well-connected. But golf resort, a quiet transformation is on the way. Women are stepping onto the course, stereotypes, and building a community where confidence and belonging come first.
I remember I started playing before COVID. I started showing the interest. Around 18, I didn't feel like I belonged. Just in my mind, I was like, I don't think this place was designed with me in my mind. So it was quiet. Of course, it was not shouting that, but it was quiet and welcoming. Like people will stare at you. They will not. They will wonder who is this one coming from? What are we coming to do here?
That feeling of exclusion became the spark for change. In late 2023, Jacqueline Sirai founded Girls Who Golf on GWG, a growing movement that uses golf not only as a sport, but as a tool for mentorship, wellness, and empowerment.
The Girls Who Golf started 2023, towards the end of 2023. That's when now I fully registered. It's a fully registered society. And the idea was to bring women together, first of all. Yes, golf was the idea initially, but now we've evolved to many other things we do together for wellness, for health. So we also have those things, mentorship.
What began with a handful of women has quickly evolved into a supportive network welcoming both experienced golfers and complete beginners. Golf coach Emmanuel Wekesa has watched the shift happen in real time. More women are taking lessons, earning handicaps, and entering tournament.
Golf was a sport for men, but so far what I'm seeing, it has really changed. And the impact it's a good thing, because women, they are really playing, they love the sport, because each and every day, at least I get a referral from the different ladies and those who want to start. And I get new ladies, and they are doing very well. And to be honest, I'm happy with them. The progress, they are doing very well so far. Most of them, they have got a handicap. They participate in tournaments, and considering this few years from 2021 and up to now, it's amazing. They're playing, they're enjoying, they're winning.
The movement is already inspiring a younger generation. Through partnership with organizations like Girl Up, girls are being introduced to golf as a pathway to confidence, opportunity, and global exposure.
Invited by Girls Who Golf, Madam Jacqueline, who is like our partner. We're Gala, a UN organization for girls, supporting girls at all. So we were called for the golf clinic, and we were like, oh, why not, sis? We're not that good in golf, so we're here for training and all. And in the near future, with golfing, I hope and wish that to take me like abroad, further my golfing. As golf is not that easy, but okay, there's nothing easy. So you just have an open mind, be ready to learn, and get the best from what you're being given here.
For many of the girls, golf is no longer seen as an impossible sport. It is becoming a space where they can dream bigger.
Jackie is an amazing leader. Working with her is excellent, because she has a way of cutting across from dealing with us who are a bit experienced to those who have never held a club. And what I love most about her is her soft heart for the underprivileged. And that is why, for me and her, we ride.
At the heart of Girls Who Golf is inclusion. With the seasoned players or first-timers, every woman is encouraged to step forward and take her shot. Across Kenya's fairways, the sound of change is growing louder. With every swing, every lesson, and every new golfer stepping onto the course, these women are reshaping the future of the sport, proving that golf belongs to everyone.
When the pandemic struck, just a few months before the pandemic struck, we had always had plans for television, right? But we now decided, okay, you know what, let's start gradually. But that was when pandemic came and we realized that, no, this is not a gradual thing. This is the thing. We needed to make that move into television. And so we began to create contents for Gramawura because theater, with the social distancing thing, theater was going to be a challenge for quite a while. And so that was how we moved into television.
The creative force behind a beloved children's entertainment character is multifaceted artist and entrepreneur Bola Edwards. She founded the creative art company with her husband, Patrick, in 2013, a year after leaving her corporate job. Their mission was to raise a new generation of African leaders by blending African art and storytelling with tangible lessons on values and leadership. Their strategy was multifaceted, leveraging stories, music, and drama to educate their young audience. Yet, capturing the children's attention required significant effort. A 2021 UNESCO report shows that while local television series in countries like Nigeria and Cote d'Ivoire have increased, inter-regional co-productions in Africa are still rare. In contrast, there are often stronger collaborations between some African countries and Europe, driven by subsidies from the latter. Khadija Muhammad, S24 News.
Let's have an honest conversation. In Nigeria, when something goes wrong, we shout, the president has failed. But wait, is it really the president's job? Let's break it down in simple terms. We blame governors for issues that belong to local government. And sometimes we don't even know who is truly responsible. So who does what? From your local councillor to the president of the Federal Republic, what are they truly responsible for? And more importantly, what do citizens expect from them? Let's break it down. At the grassroots level, the councillor represents a ward in the local government. Their role is simple but powerful. Identify community problems, sponsor bylaws, and ensure projects reach their ward. But what do citizens expect? Visible presence, drainage cleared, street light working, primary healthcare functioning, which is not their duty. Next is the local government chairman. Constitutionally, they oversee primary education, primary healthcare, markets, sanitation, and local roads. Citizens expect efficient services, not abandoned projects or unpaid workers. Let's move on to the State House of Assembly members. Their job is lawmaking for the state and oversight of the governor. Citizens expect strong laws that improve daily life and lawmakers who question, not just approve. The governor executes state laws and manages state resources. They control education, state hospitals, infrastructure, and security coordination. Citizens expect development, job opportunities, and security. At the national level, members of the House of Representatives and Senate make federal laws and check the president. Citizens expect national policies that reduce hardship and protect rights. And finally, let's talk about the president, the chief executive of Nigeria. The president implements federal laws, manage national security, oversee the economy, and represent Nigeria globally. Citizens expect stability, economic growth, accountability, and leadership. Here is the gap. While the Constitution clearly outlines responsibilities, citizens often expect all leaders to solve every problem. even those outside their jurisdiction. And on the other hand, some office holders forget that representation is not a title, it is a duty. So here is the real question. Are we asking the right people the right question? Sometimes we blame the wrong office. Sometimes we don't question anyone at all. Democracy works when citizens understand who is responsible for what. When you know their job, you know who to hold accountable. If we understand the rules, we ask better questions. If we ask better questions, we demand better governance. And that is how democracy begins to work.
Do you know beggars? When many Nigerians hear the word almajiri, a familiar image often comes to mind. Young boys walking the city streets with bowls in their hands.
Nigeria's inland waterways are essential to the daily lives of millions. In communities like Unguru in Yobe State, water transport is not a choice, it is a necessity. Yet, these waterways have a long history of deadly accidents. This video tries to examine the recurring risk, the human impact, and what people say must change. On January 3, 2026, a boat carrying more than 30 passengers capsized on the Yobe River while crossing from Adiani in Jigawa State to Garbi in Unguru, Yobe State. State emergency officials confirmed that 25 people died, 13 were rescued, and 14 were missing.
Exactly around 7:48 to 8 o'clock p.m., we received a distress call from our local emergency responders that there was a boat mishap conveying people from Guri local government area in Jigawa State, specifically Ajiani community, to Garbai in Guru local government area in Yobe State. So when we received the news, we learned that already the boat has capsized and was need for emergency rescue. So both security agencies, the local government, the community volunteers, they are the first responders, while we mobilize our team from the neighboring LGA, local emergency management committees from the neighboring LGAs to go and join.
To Allah da ikonsa ba a samu masu ceto ba, sai da akwai mutum ɗaya da ya je kamun kifi.
They did not receive help early on. Fortunately, a fisherman who had gone out to fish had their screams and raised the alarm. He made several calls. Rescue teams arrived between 1 and 1:30 a.m. We were able to rescue about 13 people, but sadly, we lost the others. We continued waiting and searching and gradually recovered 17 bodies.
These victims were ordinary people, traders, farmers, commuters, traveling on a route they use regularly.
Our team moved immediately, and through the night up till the morning, with the help of the LGA and other community volunteers, Nigerian Red Cross, security agencies, we intensified the search. So in the morning, we realized that the passengers on board are 52, and we started counting losses as early as 6-7 a.m.
That same night, this place was filled with people, male and females, family of victims.
So far, we have recorded 29 deaths, and 13 people were rescued, reviewed in the hospital, and discharged. From the deep dive assessment and reports we have on ground, there are still some missing persons, about 8 to 10.
This tragedy is part of a broader pattern across Nigeria's inland waterways. Over the past few years, several boat accidents have claimed dozens of lives in different regions, often involving overloaded vessels and inadequate safety measures. The repeated nature of this incident suggests systemic issues, not isolated misfortune.
The key challenges we have seen is negligence in terms of the abiding by rules by the canoe operators. It happens around 7:48. That means they have left the neighboring community much late, and by law, every time it's 6 p.m., no sailing should be on waterways. So by 7 p.m., they left in the night after the close of sailing. 2, there was an overloading in the boat. And 3 there was not a single life jacket. So that has compounded the whole challenge, and it has increased the risk of capsizing of the boat.
Most river transport in rural Nigeria relies on wooden boats. These boats are often handmade and maintained through repeated patching. They were not designed for modern demand or heavy loads.
Jirginmu akwai wanda yake ɗaukar mutum 50 ma a wannan bakin ruwan. Amma a wannan ranar Allah da iko shi gaba ɗaya mutanen da aka ɗauka mutum 30 ne.
Our ships can take up to 50 passengers, but on this day it was carrying just 38 passengers. But it was already destined that the incident will happen, and some people are saying we carried bags of potash. That is not true. They were just bags of chaff, and that is not enough to capsize the boats. Even on small boats, we can take about 5 bags. Talk more of just 2 bags of chaff in a large boat.
Boat operators and passengers frequently admit to overloading, especially during market days, festive seasons, and harvest periods.
The boat is usually overloaded and the boat is already old.
So when they are coming in the river, the boat initially has been taking maybe 20 to 30 persons for it to be full. But at that time they do overload, where they're supposed to carry 30 or 20 people, they come carry 39 to 40.
Muna tunanin da wanda ya zamto cewa suna da rai da wanda suka rasu a cikin wannan jirgi dai mutum.
We are assuming that the total number of people inside that boat were about 40. People are saying they are up to 50 and all sorts. Truly, that's not. What we witnessed was that amount, 40. Also, we lack working equipment. Even when such incident happens, we wouldn't be able to control it.
Regulation and safety oversight for inland waterways are the responsibility of the National Inland Waterways Authority. At state level, the Ministry of Transport is expected to enforce standards and ensure compliance. In Nguru, however, those agencies are largely absent.
As government, we can't continue blaming the victim. We live and work and do the right and improve on where we think we can improve. And one of the measures His Excellency Governor Elaboni has taken is to ensure that rescue has been intensified to recover bodies whether dead or alive and ensure that befitting burial has been given to the families. And that has been done for the bodies that have so far been rescued.
What we need from the leaders is, at least when passengers come, supposed to be there is an authority that will say, at least if the boat at least will take 10 to 20 people, supposed to be the number of the people that anybody will take is limited, is specified, and there is at least anyone must wear their life jacket.
If you teach the community, if you tell them to own their safety, own their security, they will take it seriously. So ours is to sensitize them, let them own it, let them know the consequences, let them see the implications of doing ABCD and the benefit of avoiding ABCD. So these are things that we will do, and these have already initiated plans. Our other departments are deploying that. We are discussing with our partners from the United Nations organizations to come in and keen and support and make sure that we didn't create a gap in ensuring that the community have owned the process. Next week will be a market day. They will still go to market in Jigawa State, and God forbid, if we didn't act fast, there will be risks of putting our people on a boat without life jacket, and this is avoidable, and we'll inshallah avoid it.
For communities along the river, water transport supports livelihoods. Fish and agriculture depend on river access. Traders use boats to reach markets. Students cross rivers to attend school. When water transport stops, the economy stops. The river is a major crossing point because there is no bridge, and people rely on boats every day to travel, trade, and access basic services.
I have an intimate friend that also became late during this accident. Also with someone I attended same primary school with. He also died. We are seeking for help from the government, governor of the state and chairman to bring us ease regarding this water transportation, even if it is a life jacket, that when you fall inside the water, you can help yourself out.
They should provide us better modernized boats. The ones that are faulty are wooden, so we can continue our business with other towns.
The question asked, those and the government, whether they capture such places and the budget for bridges since the inception of democratic rule. Are these people not part of the electorate in Yobe and Jigawa state? Over the last 25 years, is there no resources on the coffers of the government? Why has nothing been built for this community?
The government have almost everything. If you see people going into the water, it's with the intention to catch fishes. The origin of this place, it's for fishermen or hunters and farmers. We've never witnessed this much incidents.
I am sending my condolences to life lost as a result of the accident that happened in Adiani to Garibi. May God forgive the life lost.
Residents say the risk is not only real, it is repeated. What they want is not just assurance, but real changes to make daily travel safer. The river remains a lifeline for communities like Unguru, but the current pattern of waterway accidents shows that the current system is not sustainable. The question is not whether people will continue using the river, but whether they will be able to travel safely.
This is Political Arena on S24 television. Welcome back from that break. I am your host, Abubakar Turaki. As President Bola Ahmed Tinubu marked his third year in office, many Nigerians are reflecting on the country's progress, challenge, and the future of leadership ahead of 2027 general elections. The 2027 election will be another important moment for Nigerians to decide the kind of leadership they want. Citizens will be looking for a president who can address the issue of insecurity, improve the economy, create jobs, and unite the country at large. Today, we will be discussing the quality, vision, and leadership styles Nigerians should consider when choosing their next president in 2027. I am joined by a public analyst, Dr. Akin Pahunda. Doctor, welcome to Political Arena on S24 television.
Thank you very much for having me. Good day to you viewers.
It's a pleasure to speak to you, Doctor, for the first time.
Thank you very much.
So, Doctor, recently the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the APC marked 3 years in office. How can you assess the quality of leadership under this APC as a Nigerian and as a public analyst?
When you get to position without preparation, mentally, psychologically, you are not sure of your job profile, job content. We cannot be but where we are now. The president, on the day he resumed the just says subsidy gone. It was not based on some panel that have prepared a blueprint on if I remove subsidy,
what is going to happen?
What is happening next? And then milestones and things to be done. It was not specified, just a slogan. When you run a whole country by a slogan, what are you going to get? And the meaning of it's so unfortunate that we don't even know the meaning of the word that we use. Okay, this week now, President Tinubu said he approved 1,000 forest guards
to rescue.
What is the meaning of a guard? You guard a property that is under safety. property have been looted already. You're not appointing guard.
So it's beyond the approval?
No, they thought the term guard. What are they guarding now? People are already been taken away.
Displaced.
If you've guarded the people in the last 1 year, people will not be able to even come and take anybody away. So the idea of using guard is a misnomer. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I understand you are heading to.
It is now salvage crew that's supposed to appoint, not a forest guard.
Doctor, from what you are saying, you are totally disenchanted with the level of how this government is operating virtually in all aspects of security.
We're talking about for 2 years now, state police. Some governors were pulled, national, they do something, they appointed a committee under DSU now to produce a blueprint. What does it take? There have been so many commissions, but the bottom line is that it will appear to me and to Nigerians that the president does not want to any state police. He wants to be in control of the police as a means for him to prosecute the next election. It doesn't show that he has sincerity of purpose. I must say with respect. It's just playing with words. They are doing reform. Reform what? Reform with debts. A normal human being will live within your means.
Okay,
why
doctor,
are you going to be borrowing?
Sorry to cut you short, Doctor. What lessons should Nigerians learn from the current administration ahead of 2027 elections?
There is no lesson to be learned. We are just marooned. We are now maybe 12 presidential candidates.
From different political parties.
So small enclaves. Tinubu is already won. He has already won because he has 31 governors to dispense money. People are hungry.
But Doctor, if you are talking of incumbency, we saw what happened at 2015, how the incumbent president lost the election, which was former President Jonathan.
There were two serious parties then. Now we have one party and then 15 cronies that can have no organic relationship with the people. See the primaries now. They are just bots. They are just counting 140, 200, 1,000. Is that democracy? So they call it the same people are recycled. Have you not tired of seeing Atiku? Have you not tired of seeing Peter? Have you not tired of seeing Donald Duke? These are the people, the political class in the country. They all have the same tendency. The tendency is for them to just take over our affairs, loot our system, buy SUVs, borrow money. Okay, we have 3 budgets now. Which budget is Nigeria operating? None. Who is talking about education? The 2 loan. You gave loan now to students. When they finish, how would they get jobs? Where are the factories?
Null fund.
Yeah. You take 5-year loan, you are now owing almost 3 million. And
but they made a statement now, everybody can have access to school.
School for what? The people who have got the school, have they gotten jobs now? The people have gone to school, who even paid their own money.
Well, the federal government have been advocating for a paradigm shift from depending on degree to skills.
Which skills? Do they have skill centers anywhere? You see, have university now, 304 universities, all the business admin, economics, literature. They are not doing technological skills. Even if you are trained now as a tough engineer, where is the job? Where is the job? All government companies have been sold up and killed. Ajakuta is dead. Iwope is dead. Jeba Mill is dead. What is there? There is no avenue for you to get jobs at all. No avenue at all. No avenue. Inflation has ravaged.
So you mean Nigeria is actually on a ticking time bomb?
Well, human nature, we are resilient. We are surviving. We will continue surviving. We're in survival mode for many years to come. We're just surviving. I mean, somebody living on minimum wage now. Even you're a director, you are being paid 300,000 per month, and you are paying rent 4 million per annum. You're just surviving. We are stressed. Everybody is stressed. You are buying petrol at 1,400 naira. A full tank is 80,000. Petrol alone, I need 1 tank a week. You have 300,000 petrol. everybody is quiet. Everything looks quiet. But we are on ticking bomb.
Doctor, let's shift a little bit from politics and speak on security. We recently saw how the southern part of the country was being under attack. We saw attack in places like Oyo, Kwara. Do you think that it has a political reason behind that attack?
No, you see, everything, no single factor. But we must know that the last 3-4 years, started from Borno, it came to Kaduna, it came to Benue, then it came to Niger, then it came to Kwara, then it came to Oyo, to Ekiti, it's going to Lagos. So the whole country will be enveloped. Once you have wound and you don't treat it, it will become septic. You understand? Basically, Nigeria was wounded from Borno State, northeast, and the wound is been...
It has engulfed the entire country.
Yeah, and we have been saying state police, no state police, state police.
So, Doctor, what can you say about the strong delegation that was sent by the president and 1,000 forest guards?
It's fake delegation. You bring Bayamila with Agbada, with security advisor with full white dress.
Doctor, we saw the strong delegation which comprises of Minister of Defense, National Security Advisor, Chief of Staff to the President, presidential aides, and many more.
It's the fake way we run our system, just for opportunity. You need to send only a colonel who knows what to do. You need to rescue people who are in the forest. At most, you send a colonel quietly to go and deal. What is Babamila doing with Agbada, with white dress, spotless? It's just photo. They are not interested in solving problems.
But doctor, they have taken a step forward.
No, that is a step backward, because okay, they have gone now and they've come back. The captives they are now 2 weeks in captivity. What is the import of people going? It's just delegation to go and show off that Tinubu is serious. As I said, a colonel with equipment to detect where people are being held hostage is what you need to send there to rescue. Is when Miller go to on their rescue mission? No, they are to shake the hand of the Shaw Bomoshaw and cry with the people like Makinde for your state, and then what?
So the families need more than sympathy.
They don't listen, produce results. For the opportunity to say you are hugging somebody who is distressed, who are not eating.
Okay, doctor, due to time, as someone that has worked in this country, you saw the leadership of Obasanjo, Eradua, Jonathan, Buhari, and now President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Ahead of 2027, what message do you have for Nigerian youth in ensuring they vote for the credible person that can salvage this country?
Voting, a cycle of coronation of leaders, cycling of leaders since 1999 is a journey to nowhere.
It's a journey to nowhere.
To nowhere, unless we change the structure that enables somebody to be the winner take all. For you to pay for all the money, to pay all the primaries, and you have to recoup your investment afterwards. That's not a system that can reward the youth. It's not, absolutely. The president will win because he had all the money, 31 states. Look, they pulled 800 billion naira and gave it to Hope Uzodinma to keep.
Doctor, these are all allegations.
But it's not been a government. If something happened today, tomorrow you will quickly deny it.
Thank you so much, Doctor. I have to draw the curtain of this show.
Thank you very much.
It's really a pleasure speaking to us here on S24, and I believe we are going to send you for the invitation.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Pleasure.
Thank you so much for speaking to us here on S24, Doctor. Nigeria is the only country we have. We must take decisive measures in keeping our country safe and governable. And that is all what we have on S24 Political Arena. Stay tuned for our S24 documentary. Bye for now.
are supposed to be united and focused in the sense that we are the leaders of tomorrow. In fact, we are the leaders of today.
Yes, no more tomorrow.
But our testing ground is this particular council. If we cannot manage a youth council, how could we be trusted with the nation?
Hello and welcome to Future Minds, your weekly deep dive into policies, politics, and the people shaping Nigerians' future. My name is Emir Osman Adam, and I'm your host for this amazing show. Today we'll be looking at the issue of the NYCN, which is National Youth Council of Nigeria, and the factional leadership that has evolved in it. Due to that factional leadership, the federal government has to step in and create an interim committee that will manage the affairs of the organization, from creating leadership to forming partnership and discussing issues that will promote the Nigerian youth forward. I'm here with the interim committee chairman, who will be introducing himself in person of.
My name is Barrister Buhari Ibrahim Shehu. I am the interim management committee chairman of the NYCN.
I want us to discuss and see how will the IMC manage the affairs of the council, which is for 1 year, organize leadership elections, how will you collaborate with the Ministry of Youth and other ministries to see that overall the goal is to promote youth participation or the welfare of Nigerian youth in general. How do we even get to this place we are in? What's the road that made NYCN become this functional within the years?
Okay, as you rightly observed, NYCN used to be a united front where policies that affect the youth directly or indirectly are being championed by the council, where the council serves as a bridge between the Nigerian youth and the government, where several various youth organizations have been affiliated to work hand in hand with the NYCN. Unfortunately, I may say due to natural greed.
Should we call it personal interest?
Personal interests, yeah. And human desires. A lot of problems erupted, wherein we have factional leaders, each one claiming to be the president of the NYCN. This problem does not stop at the national level, but goes down to state levels, where state chapters of the NYCN also have factions. You have this particular chairman, another chairman, another chairman. Unfortunately, it happened in one of the countries where the youth program is going on, and Nigeria's who was called upon, and 3 people were killed.
Exactly.
Yes, and that was an international embarrassment for Nigeria.
Yes, and I think the minister had to interfere before one person was allowed to represent.
You see, it doesn't give a good image of the youth. Yeah. It doesn't give a good image of
itself.
Sure. So, youth are supposed to be educated and focused in the sense that leaders of tomorrow. In fact, we're leaders of today.
Yes, no more tomorrow. Today.
But our testing ground is this particular council. If we cannot manage a youth council, how could we be trusted with the nation? So there are a lot of this leadership crisis and constitutional aberrations, where the constitution is being manipulated. Each president or each acclaimed president changes the constitution as his own whims and caprices to suit his own interests and to suit his desires. So this has become a very serious problem that threatens the very existence of the council itself.
And I think that's the reason the IMC come in.
Yes.
And that is where you're playing your role as the
so
chairperson.
to solve this